Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for this video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Atlanta Falcons. So their 2021 season, what to expect, my predictions for how their season could potentially go, things of that sort. But really quickly, a quick disclaimer, I do include things such as upsets, as well as my projection in terms of some players either excelling or not excelling, things of that sort. So all different type of combinations that go into the picks that I make here. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and start talking about these Atlanta Falcons. And so the biggest news that came from the Falcons this offseason was obviously the Julio Jones trade. Now, the fact that they got rid of him and they were basically on the wrong end of that, I guess you can say, that trade in many people's opinions. I mean, that does hurt the Falcons. They was relatively quiet early on in the free agency period. Last year was a disappointment. They were in a bunch of games, but this team, for some reason, whatever it is, they failed to close games. And now losing Julio Jones, obviously you still have Calvin Ridley, and he has been rising each and every year. I'm expecting big things from Russell Gage as well. And obviously, with the addition of Kyle Pitts, that's going to be exciting right there. Matt Ryan, this is pretty much going to be, a year that he's going to have to go out there and really show that he still can play at a high level. The addition of Mike Davis, that is certainly going to be welcome there. They did bring in Cordell Patterson as well. So he's going to get, it looks like they've got him listed as a running back, but he's that running back receiver type of hybrid type of player. We'll see how the Falcons utilize him. Obviously with new head coach Arthur Smith, they're going to be looking to probably run the ball more. So that's going to be interesting to see, how that looks for the Atlanta Falcons, as this should be a different look for this offense that has traditionally been that, just throw it deep and let's just continue to throw it as much as we can type of offense. Now on defense, they're going to need guys like AJ Terrell to step up, especially now. I mean, there's just so many things right now defensively for these Atlanta Falcons that they're going to need. Dante Fowler Jr., he's got to play a big role here up front. Guys like Grady Jarrett, Tyler Davison, so many guys that's going to have to really step up here for these Atlanta Falcons. And so defense is certainly going to continue to be a question, in my opinion, for the Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season. I would have liked to see the Falcons, do more in free agency, but obviously, this was a year that was extremely tough for a lot of teams in terms of just, being able to be in position to acquire all these free agents due to the reduced salary cap. And so obviously those restraints do get taken into consideration. Last year, the Falcons, they weren't one of the better defenses in the league, probably below average if I had to say what their defense was last year. And so they're going to have to take another step to try to help out this offense that will, obviously be missing Julio. And we just, it's going to be a different look for the offense. And so many changes here in Atlanta, and more changes I expect to come after this year. But in terms of the draft class, I think they had a pretty good draft class. I do like the addition of Michigan guard Jalen Mayfield. Obviously, huge fan of Kyle Pitts from the University of Florida. That's absolutely great for them. If they can get, a guy like Darren Hall from San Diego State to come through, even like, later in the draft, when you look at what they picked up in terms of Taquan Graham from Texas. So overall, I think they had a pretty solid, pretty good draft. And so excited to see how those guys are going to pan out for the Atlanta Falcons. They're certainly going to have to hit on at least 3 of these guys, I feel, from the draft class, preferably 4, to help speed up the process in terms of the Falcons, trying to get to where they want to be in the future. But with that being said, though, let's go ahead and talk about these Atlanta Falcons and their upcoming season in terms of my predictions for this team. So opening night here at the Atlanta Falcons against the Philadelphia Eagles, you've got Jalen Hurts and company coming down to the Atlanta Falcons, and this is a game that I feel could honestly go either way for either of these teams, but I've got the Atlanta Falcons winning this one with them being the home team against Jalen Hurts and company here. And then on the road at Tampa Bay, yeah, got to give this one to Tampa Bay. And then on the road at the Giants, the fact that they are on the road, that's going to make the difference there. I got this one going to the Giants, but this is, again, another one that I feel that it could go to the Falcons. But yeah, I think that they'll get an early lead here, but they'll probably find a way to lose it against these Giants. And then at home against the Washington football team, I really like the Washington football team. I've got the Washington football team there. Week 5, it's not going to be a home game. I believe this is one of the London games here. And so it's really just going to be neutral territory. We'll just claim that the Falcons are the home team here. And then this one, Zach Wilson and company, I actually got the Jets here, but this is another one that could go either way. So at this point of the season, the Falcons could very well win this one. They could win against the Giants and they could win against the Eagles. Again, like I cannot emphasize this enough. I understand that the Falcons, they have a chance to beat those teams. However, this is my prediction. And so, therefore there will be upsets and things like that gets taken into considerations. And so right now I've got them going 1-4 at the bye week. And so week 7 against the Miami Dolphins, coming off that bye week, I have them losing to the Miami Dolphins. And then after that, at home against the Carolina Panthers, I've got them. This game could go either way, in my opinion, but I've got the Falcons winning a home game here, putting them at 2-5. And then week 9 against the New Orleans Saints, going down to New Orleans, it's always so difficult to win down there. I've got the Saints winning that one. And then week 10 against the Dallas Cowboys, I think Dak Prescott and company will find a way to get a W in that one. Week 11 against the New England Patriots, I've got the Patriots winning that one. And then in week 12 against these Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, that is a game that I feel, it can pretty much go either way. But I feel that this one right here will go to Matt Ryan and the Falcons on the road. And then at home against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I've got the Buccaneers winning that one. And then week 14 against the Carolina Panthers, I feel that the Carolina Panthers will win this one. They'll be at home. I think Sam Darnold, he'll play better for the Carolina Panthers than he did with the Jets. So, yeah, I've got them right now at 3-10 against the San Francisco 49ers. I've got the 49ers. And then in week 16 against the Detroit Lions, yeah, I've got the Atlanta Falcons winning this one against Detroit on the road at Buffalo. That weather is also going to be a factor. I've got Buffalo winning that one. And then week 18 at home against the New Orleans Saints. In that game right there, I have the New Orleans Saints coming away with the victory on that one. And there you have it. So that is my prediction for those Atlanta Falcons. Going 4-13 is what I'm thinking for the Atlanta Falcons, according to this projection. Now, obviously, I realize that there are some other games that the Falcons certainly have every ability to come away with the victory. And so just to give you an idea of what that could look like in terms of the Falcons' best case scenario, in my opinion, best case scenario, they still beat the Eagles here. They end up beating the Giants in this one, and then end up beating the Jets in this one. Let's see, another one that I feel the Falcons pretty much have a legit chance at would be this one against Carolina as well. And then you add, let's see. So, yeah, so best case scenario is I would have the Falcons finishing 7-10, best case scenario. So anywhere between 4-13 to 7-10 is what I'm expecting for these Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season. It's really just going to depend on a couple of things, such as, obviously Matt Ryan being able to continue to keep this offense at a high level and this defense improving. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Realize, it's obviously these are just prediction videos, so try not to take it too seriously. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think in terms of just your projection for these Atlanta Falcons record rise and how they would do in comparison to the rest of the teams in their division. But with that being said, thank you again for joining, and see you guys next time.